This episode of The Breakfast Show is brought to you by Newski's Applewood Smoked Meats. Since 1933, Newski's has been creating the world's finest quality and flavorful smoked meats. For order, recipe, and more information, visit newskimeats.com. And Mozo Shoes, form and function combine to make a great-looking, stylish, and slip-resistant shoe. For more information on Mozo Shoes, visit mozoshoes.com. This is Beverly Hills. Swimming pools, movie stars. Beverly Hills is an iconic Los Angeles neighborhood, famously home to the Beverly Hills Hotel, Rodeo Drive, and poor mountaineers who strike oil while hunting raccoons. This is Vivian. Vivian is a neatly melded mix of classic and contemporary, continental and American cuisine. This morning, I'm having breakfast poolside with my friend Simon Majumdar. Simon is an author, a critic, a television personality, and a globe-trotting lover of all things food and drink. I'm Ben Vaughn, and this is The Breakfast Show.
I want to fall in the pool.
Good to see you.
You too, man.
Thank you.
This is Vivian.
This is Vivian, my favourite place. Not just for breakfast.
But like the whole LA, all of LA.
Love it.
Yeah.
Seriously, I absolutely love it. Love this place, love the chef, Michael.
Easy to get to.
Yeah. Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
Couldn't be any more LA than this. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Talk
Good
about
morning.
it. Hello.
Good morning.
Hi, how are we today?
Good. How are
Very
you?
well.
Did you get a chance to look at the menus?
We did.
No, but I wouldn't mind a cup of tea,
Okay, great.
almost
would you like?
inevitably. English tea, black tea with
Perfect.
some milk. English penicillin, as we call it.
Nice. I'm gonna have a herbal mint.
Okay, got it. All right, I'll be right back.
Thank you.
Any questions?
No, it looks amazing.
No, looks great.
Yeah.
Okay, great. I'll be back.
Thank
Is
you.
that the same as herbal mint?
Yes.
I can't say herbal. Even though I'm American,
You
there's some
can't
things I can't say.
You can't say it.
Aluminum. It's still aluminium. Schedule.
Say that one more time.
Aluminium. Have you never heard that before?
No.
That's what we say.
Say it one more time.
Aluminium.
It's not aluminum.
No, aluminium.
Okay.
Herbal, schedule, innovative. That's the one that freaks people out most.
What is innovative?
Innovative.
Oh.
I remember doing an Iron Chef. It was one of the challenges. Oh, that was quick. Lovely.
How do you say aluminum foil?
Aluminum foil.
No, aluminium foil. Any English person will say aluminium.
I think that you're a little off there.
So.
We invented the language.
It's
Thank you
it's
very much.
breakfast. It's breakfast. You can make up any word you want at breakfast.
You will need. I remember doing
aluminium foil.
No, aluminium. It's what we say in England. So here's a little thing. Do you know why in England you can tell someone's origins from whether they put milk in their tea before the tea or tea and then milk?
I have a friend, Robin Leach, who is milk and then tea.
And you know what that means? He's like me. It means he's originally from the north.
Okay.
And what happened was the people in the north were poorer, basically. So they had like earthenware or cheaper cups. So
Right.
if you put the tea in first, it would crack it because it was so hot.
Oh,
So you put
gosh.
the milk in first to temper it, and then you put the thing. So that meant you were poorer. So the posh people. So if you watch Downton Abbey,
Right.
and there's one scene where they actually have them putting the milk in first, and there's a woman, and they all like go, because little things like that could show you. In England, it's all about class.
That's
you know,
wild.
So
Aluminium.
aluminium, schedule, innovative. We're just going to say words that no one in America will understand
That's funny.
for the entire episode.
So why Vivian?
Where I think LA is at its absolute best.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Hi, guys.
Oh.
hello.
All right, what can I get you this morning?
You first, Simon.
Oh.
I'm
you
your
know-
guest here.
Do you know what I will have? I think I'll have the sunny side up eggs.
Perfect.
And can I get some of that chicken apple sausage because it's so good?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
And you, sir?
I'll have the egg white frittata and the thick cut smoked bacon.
I can do that.
You say that with such thick cut.
I know. I wanted to put an emphasis on thick cut.
It's almost pornographic. My name is Ben and I'm thick cut.
It's almost pornographic.
If it's thick cut is obviously the culinary equivalent of well hung.
Exactly. Or over circumcised.
I have the over-circumcised bacon, please? It's an inch smaller than our normal cut.
Yeah, exactly.
God, this got dark very quickly. Where LA totally excels, probably the best in the world, is in its range of ethnic cuisine.
So it's little subculture neighborhoods
Yeah.
that are K-Town or
West Covina for Filipino food, or Little Tokyo, or I mean, there's so many of them.
Right.
You go Persian cuisine, like I said, Filipino, Thai, and you're not just getting ersatz versions of it that you might get in other cities in the United States. You're getting the real deal. You go to the Armenian restaurants, you're getting the real stuff. And I travel enough around the world to go to these original, to the countries where
Sure.
these people came from. And I think what you're also getting, you're getting that original cuisine, but then you're talking about second and third generation people, immigrants.
Something I love about your ability to be a critic is how absolutely, thank you,
You're welcome.
it's how absolutely frank you are when it comes to food and preparation and technique. So you're not afraid to say, this is one of my favorite restaurants, or I would never put that in my mouth.
Yeah. Well, I've never had any fear of expressing an opinion about anything. You know me well
Right,
enough.
yeah.
My mother, my father reminded me the other day, my mother's no longer with us, but my father's in his 80s, and our whole family's obsessed with food. My father texts me pictures of what he's eating every day. He's 85 years old in
Wow.
England, and he spends a lot of time in Spain. He sends me pictures of fish and his brandy, and I mean, it's so funny. It's all our family. But he reminded me when I was 4, my mother made what's my favorite dish probably to eat in the world. It's a red lentil dal,
Nice.
Indian dal. And it's the dish that literally saved my life. And I can talk about it if you want, but it's...
I would love to
it's-
hear it.
So this red lentil dal is like our chicken soup in our family. We call it LSD, life-saving dal, because it literally saved my life. And my mother served it to me when I was 4, and apparently I turned to her and I said, "Mum, that was delicious, but was the shop that sold the good lentils closed today?" 4 years old.
Wow.
And how she didn't kill me, I don't know. But
Yeah, right.
I would have killed me if I was there.
Right.
But I've never had an opinion. So I always have this view that if someone asks me what I think of something, they're asking because they want to know.
Sure.
In LA, that kind of causes a few problems. 'Cause
Yeah.
in LA, if someone asks you about something, they want you to tell you how good they are.
Yeah, exactly. But you can't go around always being complimented. You never improve.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. I come from a very different background, I think, from a lot of people in the food industry in the US. In that I cook, and I cook well.
Yeah.
And occasionally, if there's a following wind, I cook really well. But I'm not a chef. I never call myself a chef. I get upset when people do, because I think that's something that you earn. You earn that by working the line. You're a
Right.
chef.
Yeah.
Michael's a chef. You work the line. That's
Right.
a title you earn, and I
Right.
have not earned that. So
But he experienced
he
it.
went in and experienced it and became part of them.
Right.
And so what I try and do with the books I write and with some of the films I'm doing, TV I'm doing, is trying to get involved. So really meeting the people and community, and that's what I do with Go Everywhere Eat Everything. Thank you very much. Oh wow, that was fantastic.
Oh, wow. Beautiful. Thank you so much.
Fantastic.
All right, we have our
Look
egg
at the-
white frittata with the romesco and a side of bacon.
The
and then we
thick-
have the sunny side up hash with romesco over here, and then the chicken apple sausage.
Can we put it in the middle? Because I want to swap some of your...
Yeah.
Because I want to say the word thick cut again.
Thickly
You've got to
cut.
say it very English. Thick cut. And it's kind of, I still stop. So I think one of the nice things about that
Can I
is
try a
that-
bit of your
Oh,
sausage?
of course. You're not the first person to say that.
If I haven't heard that a million times.
Yeah.
Can I try a bit of your sausage? The that's
just-
very good and
I'm
smoky.
just hoping that Wendell Marr will say that. No, you'd be surprised. I get a lot of... Actually, you would be surprised because you're in the same business.
Yeah.
I get death threats. I get all kinds of crazy stuff because I, Cutthroat Kitchen.
Yeah.
You know, I get seriously, I get threats. Don't get me.
Really?
Oh, and it's because
Threatening
people
to kill you?
If oh yeah, I've had that on Next Iron Chef. I had a couple of those.
Were they the contestants?
Yeah, a few of them probably wish they could. No, if you do Cutthroat Kitchen, if a woman goes home, you're sexist. If you eliminate a woman, it's judging.
Sure.
If an African American goes home, you're racist.
Yeah.
Yeah. And no one assumes that you're just
your food's not good.
And I even had one recently that said, "You're obviously prejudiced against Asians." And I'd never normally reply, but I wrote back and I said, "Well, apart from being one, and apart from being married to one,
Right.
which part of that do you think is true?" And then I had someone go, the same person wrote back and said, "Well, you're Indian, that's not proper Asian." And I went, "Well, which one of us is racist?"
Which one of us
I mean,
is-
it's 99.9999% is fantastic. People love the shows and are very kind, but
Right.
there's always people out there. So I can go to countries, but what happens is sometimes the places that you're not expecting to surprise you really do. Myanmar isn't necessarily number one on everyone's thoughts. The Philippines isn't.
No.
The Philippines, you go there and everyone thinks it's all deep fried pork, lechon and blah, 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 and roast. But it isn't. There's a breadth of what they're doing there. And there's a real passion. There is no country on earth where the people are more obsessed about food than the Philippines.
Really?
And I think I've been to enough that I can make that statement.
Wow. So it's something they're working it from the morning they wake up until the day.
They talk about it to the point of obsession. It's almost a sickness.
Wow.
And I love them. I mean, I've got a bunch of crazy Filipino in-laws, and I absolutely adore them. But they are completely nuts when it comes to food.
That's awesome.
But then you go to countries that you go, okay, well, I'm going to go here, but I'm not necessarily going for the food. I'm just going to have a good time. Croatia, perfect example of somewhere where we went going, oh, okay, I don't know much about it. But you go down to the Mediterranean, Dubrovnik, and they're doing these incredible just salads because there's no big agriculture there, and everything just tastes amazing. And you eat a carrot that tastes like a carrot, or a tomato that is sweet as anything, and a little bit of acidity at the end. Then you go up to the north where it borders onto Italy.
Right.
It used to be, particularly in the north, Istria used to be part of the Venetian Empire. And you go to the Motovan Forest, and they have white truffles this big, and they have their own form of pasta.
Wow.
We went truffle hunting, out with the dogs.
Nice.
And you get a white truffle, and you put it over scrambled eggs, and we get a wobbly plate of scrambled eggs, and
Put
$200 a truffle.
$300 worth of truffles over grapes.
Yeah, and you go, wow, so we absolutely found great wines. The wines from that part of the world used to, feed the Roman Republic. I mean, it's just incredible stuff. Cool. So I think there's really good food in every country. You just have to make the effort, and you just have to also not be afraid. Once you sit down like this, it's hard to be afraid of something.
What's your typical breakfast? Like, what's your routine? Are you early up?
Oh yeah, I'm
early up, early out.
I'm one of these people who drives my wife nuts because Sib could lay in bed.
Yeah.
I always say sometimes she reminds me, if you've ever seen Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, the grandparents in
Yeah.
bed. She could stay in bed all the time.
Oh my gosh.
As long as I fed her, she'd be very happy. But I'm the opposite. Once I wake up, it's like 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning. I get up, I shower, I go out for a walk.
Right.
Get my steps. I come back, I'll have a big, and I'm talking a ginormous mug of tea.
Okay.
Keep me going. English penicillin, we call it, because
Right.
it's what fuels us through the day. I don't drink coffee. I even mule my own tea bags in from England because I love this country.
Do you really?
Yeah. Because
You ship it in?
Yeah. I love this country and I love being an American, but man alive, you can't make a cup of tea in this country. I genuinely believe now I'm on a mission.
Yeah.
And I have a purpose. And that's really, really empowering.
That's powerful, if you believe that.
I genuinely believe that my kind of purpose, and this is whether you're religious or not, is to travel around this world and this country as much as possible, meet as many people as possible, share as many great meals as possible, and then at the end of it, whenever my time is to go, I'll be very happy. And the beauty part of that, the most beautiful part of that is that I get to share it with someone as well.
Yeah.
And you've met my wife.
Yeah.
And she's,
Love her to death.
Yeah, and everyone does.
Yeah.
She's, tough.
Yeah.
Keeps me, well under control.
Wow.
And
She's.
no, but I mean,
You guys are here.
No,
It's
but I mean it
so in sync.
I mean it in the nicest sense that I get away with nothing. So
Right.
I'm always on course, and she's my Jiminy Cricket.
Yeah.
I'm going to post something stupid or react to something stupid on Twitter that someone said about me.
Right.
And she's like, I can hear her going, don't do that. Just don't do it. Just stop. And so it's great that I get to do this. I get
Right.
to come and hang out with you and do
Yeah.
this. And I mean it. You know, so hopefully when people see things like this, I love doing them because they get to see that few little snippets of Cutthroat or probably Flair where I come down and go, well, I don't like this very much. Can I tell you how I knew I was in LA, though, before we roll
Sure.
up? When I first came over here to see Sybil, before I moved over here, before we got married, I was coming over here to stay with her a few weeks at a time and then going back. Yeah, because I could write wherever I was. So one day I was in the gym, this is also gym related, I was in the gym, I was on the treadmill, and I got off the treadmill, I'm starting to walk away, and this guy taps me on the shoulder. And he'd been running next to me. And he goes, may I give you my card? So he gives me his card, and it's Dr. something. And he looked at me, and he goes, if you ever want to do anything about those ears, give me a call.
Are you serious?
And I went, what the hell? So I phoned up my wife, and I phoned up Sybil then as my girlfriend, and I said, what the hell? She goes, welcome to LA.